Meet attorney Duane Folke. He's devoted to his clients. He'll even make house calls to help you with your legal matters.
I'll go to someone's home. I'll go to Starbucks. We're not picky. We're here to help you.
Yeah.
Attorney Duane Folke says consumers should be careful about picking a lawyer. He suggests you consider the 3 C's: competency, communication, and cost.
Competence, communication, and cost.
To find a competent lawyer, start by asking for recommendations.
Word of mouth is a wonderful thing.
Make sure your lawyer is willing to communicate with you.
You want to make sure that your lawyer will call you back.
And then there is the issue of cost.
Cost should be something that's reasonable. It should be within a budget that you can afford. You don't only base the competence of a lawyer on what they cost. Just because they don't come from Beverly Hills doesn't mean that they can't provide the same adequate service from someone from Culver City.
Attorney Duane Folke is also known for representing men in divorce cases, so their rights are protected when it comes to custody.
Typically, when I'm hired or my firm is hired, we're trying to obtain custody for the father, which when I started some 25, 30 years ago was a laugh. Now it's a bit more common. For far too long, and even today, fathers, for whatever reason, are not given the same access to their children as mothers.
He's also concerned about proper child support and proper alimony.
My concerns are that the mother will not be unreasonable about the number of dollars she's trying to achieve so that my client doesn't go bankrupt trying to survive as he's also trying to take care of his children or his former spouse. And unfortunately, these days, they don't give a damn about the fact that the father is stuck with all of these responsibilities. So it's my job, paramount, to make certain that the court understands that the father has rights too.
Attorney Duane Folke is also known for representing employees when they don't get a fair shake on the job.
For example, if someone's wrongfully terminated, in other words, they come to work, they've been a good employee, and all of a sudden now they reach the magic age of 40 and they find that they're no longer needed. You can't do that in the United States. That's discrimination based on age. So that's one of the circumstances. I represent a lot of public employees. I represent police officers, for example, who have a tough time out there in terms of patrolling, and then all of a sudden now they've been hauled into a disciplinary proceeding, and their whole life is turned upside down. So it's my job to make sure they get through those kind of circumstances. It's interesting because in the world we live in now, we're a very young, focused world. So you have people who are very experienced, are great at what they do, but end up losing their job. And in this economy, that's the death knell.
Attorney Duane Folke also handles bankruptcy cases.
I have a client right now, for example, who had 9 properties. We were able to save 8 of the 9 properties and shave $2 million in liability off of what she owes.
Attorney Duane Folke also handles DUI cases. He wants to prevent a DUI case from ruining a family.
I will try to make sure that my client obviously is still able to drive, still able to get back and forth to work, and that they don't end up paying, thousands and thousands of dollars on an attorney.
For information, call the law offices of Duane R. Folke for all California legal issues. 213-387-0762. 213-387-0762.